Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 117. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is a conjugated ester. It is attached with amine and thiol in the other side. You are using the strong base NaH- and they ask you to find the product A and B. Here they given the 4 choices with ring closure. So how the ring is closed and what happened to the ester there. Whether ET removed, you have conjugated ketone is there, or just a simple ring closure. So from the reactant to product, you might guess the reaction is all about regioselective ring closure. The answer is D. Let us see how. We have the starting material. The starting material only differ in the amine and thiol. If you look at amine and thiol, amine is the hard nucleophile because of its alternativity. Sulfur is the soft nucleophile. Hard nucleophile undergo 1 plus 2 addition. Soft nucleophile undergo 1,4 addition. Amine goes to the pathway of 1,2 addition. Thiol goes to the pathway of 1,4 addition. So amine attacks the carbonyl, you have the anion formation. Same time sulfur attacks the alkene there because that is the 4th position there. So sulfur attacks there. So you have the ring closure. If you read nicely, you have 5-member ring. Second thing is how you quench the charges. Amine case, anion moves OET elimination, you have conjugated ketone back again. In the sulfur case, O- cannot quench like OET elimination, it quenched by the negative charge and H plus quenching. It quenched by H plus quenching, so you have the ester retained there. So the answer is clearly D there. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is soft and hard nucleophile. Soft nucleophile undergo 1,4 addition, hard nucleophile undergo 1,2 addition. Second thing is how to quench the charges. In Michael addition, charge cannot be quenched by OET elimination, it quenched by the negative charge H plus quenching. Then the question number 2, the starting metal is cyclohexanone, you are using the base, you are having the product which have many condensation inside. So you have alcohol and ketone inside, it is kind of fused as well as pyrene type of architecture. Here they are asking how the reaction is proceed, the sequence of conversion, whether the aldol is first or Michael second or aldol third. So you can play around, you have to guess which one comes first, second and third. Whether a reaction is continuous by Michael addition or aldol reaction. From the reactant to product you might guess the reaction is dictated by condensation reaction. So you got to find meaningful pathway. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal you have ketone and you have alpha hydrogen, so it go the intra condensation. So it can undergo self condensation. So you have to abstract alpha proton. Alpha proton forms the anion there, and the anion attacks the carbonyl. You have new CC bond with same compound. So you have double bonded there. Then the water elimination, you have conjugated ketone. Again the compound undergo continuous self condensation. Again same cyclohexanone you are adding, 1,4 addition occurs there. So you got new CC bond with 1,4 addition. Then again the possibility of intra-aldol condensation. So what really happens is again you abstract the alpha proton. So you have again condensation. If you read that nicely, you have the product. So what really happens is you have 3 continuous reactions. First one is aldol, second one is Michael, third one is again aldol. So the answer is clearly A there. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is self condensation. Until the alpha hydrogen is there, the reaction will go continuously. Second thing is when the reaction ends there. The reaction ends when there is a possibility of all possible intraway. Here the stable 6-member rings are achieved all through the reaction. So the reaction is stopped here. All are 6-member and stable. Then the question number 3. The starting middle is thiophene. You have third position methyl compound. You are using NBS, N-bromosuccinimide, and the peroxide there. You are using benzene as the solvent. They ask you to find the product. The product is where the bromine is attaching there. We are attaching to the methyl group, or to the ring, or to the fourth position, or the fifth position. So from the reactant to product, you might guess where the bromine attacks, how the bromine attacks. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting middle you have N-bromosuccinimide and you are using the diacetate there. It's a radical initiator. You have dibenzoate and benzene. Benzene as the solvent here. Here the reaction is initiated by radical. Here you are using PHCO twice. It's continuous oxygen bonded one. It's a radical initiator. So initiate the radical from the system. So it get the bromine radical from the N-bromosuccinimide. So bromine radical is there. Next step again you are using the same dibenzoate. Then you are reacting methyl thiophene with peroxide. Here CH bonds are weak. Normally the methyl bonds are formed the radical there. Normally methyl bonds are reactive than aromatic one. You have the methyl radical there. So methyl radical and bromine radical combined. You have the bromine formation at the side chain. The CH bond strength decides that one. Because CH in the ring is aromatic, it is double bonded character. CH in the methyl is single bonded character. So ring hydrogen abstraction is not that easy. Methyl hydrogen abstraction is easy. So the reaction happened at methyl, not on the ring. So the answer is clearly A. Here you have to learn two important things. One is role of N-bromosuccinimide in presence of radical initiator. It just supply the bromine radical. Second thing is about how to abstract the radical hydrogen. Radical hydrogen is easy from methyl group than the ring hydrogen because of its double bond character. Then the question number 4. The starting middle is benzene attached with many functional groups, nitro, iodo and OTS. They are asking PHASNA, the nucleophilic attack, and you are using DMF as solvent. They ask you to find the product. The products are mostly OTS replacement possible. It is replaced by PHS. Another thing is the PHS replace the iodine. So there are the two possibilities where the PHS is there or it can replace NO2 or not. So there are basically pH substitution. From the reactant to product you might guess where the pH is attack and substitute, and stereochemistry of it is the real question. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here starting middle you have OTS. OTS is a very good leaving group. Another side you have iodine and NO2. Even though iodine is a good leaving group, it cannot be replaced by PHSNA because iodine attached with sp2 carbon. sp2 carbon is more electronegative, it don't allow any group to leave. The same thing happened with the NO2. NO2 is a very poor leaving group as well as it is attached with sp2 carbon. So you cannot remove iodine and NO2 there. So OTS is the only possibility. You are attacking with PHSNA. But it is a kind of SN2 reaction because it is with very leaving group. It is a SN2 reaction. It replaced by PHS there. So it leaves. You have the product formation with inversion in configuration because SN2 is the backside attack. That's why the inversion in configuration. So the answer is clearly B there. Here you have to learn two important things. One is the leaving ability and its attachment. If the leaving group attached with the single bonded carbon, leaving will be easy. If it is attached with the double bond carbon, leaving will be little bit harder. Second thing is SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction happen with the inversion in configuration. That's why you have the product below the plane because starting middle is above the plane. Then the question number 5. The starting middle is benzene attached with para position NO2 and COOH. Here you are using hydrogen and Raney nickel at room temperature. They ask you to find the product. The products are mostly about the reduction happened, whether the reduction is happened to NO2 or COOH or the benzene ring. NO2 become NH2 or not, COOH becomes CH2OH or not, or benzene becomes cyclohexane or not. So from the reactant to product you might think of selective reduction occur in the reaction. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having NO2 and COOH. You are using Raney nickel. Raney nickel is the peculiar reducing agent. It only breaks carbon and hetero bond. carbon or nitrogen bond also you can say. Here you can say nitrogen. So NO2 become NH2 there. Here benzene cannot be reduced because benzene is very stable. It need very high temperature and pressure for the reduction there. So the reduction only happen at amine there. So the answer is clearly D. Here you have to learn only one important thing, which is Raney nickel only break carbon hetero bond. The reduction only occur at the carbon hetero bonds, normally CN or CS bonds. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.